Okay, now we are good. Now we are live on YouTube as well. Hello, dear YouTube watchers. Sorry for the delay. It was a really strange thing that happened just. Okay. So, announcements. First of all, today is the last day when we have the sale for these 4 new courses that we brought this month. Okay, last day of the month, last day of this sale. You still have a chance to get any of this course. This is how to make money running photography business from Vadim Shilin, our instructor and commercial photographer, jewelry and luxury commercial photographer from Canada. Then the basics of commercial food photography from Rob Andrew, food photographer from California, and then jewelry visualization in 3ds Max. This is something new from, well, not really new. We had it on the old website, but this is new topic for Photigy because it's a CGI for jewelry from Ilya Plotnikov. And the last one, e-commerce photography with iPhone. This is the course that I made a while ago when I showing you how to take pictures just with the window as with your iPhone, product photography pictures. Okay, so good discounts. Plus you have you can add 35% off on these courses if if you use the code Friday Show. One word, Friday Show. Okay, no space. 35% off. Okay, then hello Levin, hello Cesare, hello guys on YouTube. Then we are going to have a new course released this coming Monday, and this is a post-production course for product photographers and retouchers from Ilya Plotnikov. Okay, this is, well, it was really popular course on the old platform. We had it, it was like an interactive course where students were submitting for every assignment, I mean for every lesson it was an assignment, homework, and it was a critique from the instructor. So we're bringing it back. This is a super cool course where you basically will be given the source files. You see this, for example, on the left is the source file, 4 files, and on the right is what you will be learning how to make this image in Photoshop. So it's completely a retouchers type of work. There is no shooting involved, and this is, well, Ilya is an amazing in Photoshop, not only, but in Photoshop for sure. And all this, what you can do in, well, based on the lessons of the course. For example, this ring is standing, right? And we put it flat on a surface. Cool thing, and look at this. I mean, nobody can tell you that it was not shoot flat. But you know, sometimes it's super easy to shoot flat. I mean, shoot standing, right? Stand flat. But then you can put it this way. Same here, one more image, 1, 2, 3, 4 sources. Pretty simple sources, and then some spectacular image, okay, composed image. One more shot, right? A few images of the watch, then some backgrounds, and boom, you have advertising image. And same with this, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and actually 5, 6, 7, 8, and then boom, this shot. Okay, so Monday it will be the release, and these courses will be gone from the sales. And we have an interview coming with Eric Gordon, a photographer from Santa Barbara, commercial photographer. He has a huge studio there. He worked with worldwide brands for more than 10 years. And we're going to talk about running business of commercial product photography. There are some very interesting things that we're going to explore, and thank you guys for questions that you send us replying on the email that we sent yesterday, or it was a couple days ago. So we have very interesting questions from you. Those of you who sent it, going to join this live interview session. completely free, even if you are not in Pro Club, because this is the Pro Club thing, okay? Alrighty, I think this is it. This is all that we have. Let's jump to Photigy Facebook group. This is where we're going to I'm going to review some of the images, okay, that you submitted. Some cool stuff here as well. This is me. But first, I have a few submissions on Pro Club, okay, and I'm going to cover them first. This is the submissions that we do every month for the old workshops. And then we'll have question and answer session, okay? Hey, Charles, yeah. Okay. So again, I'm monitoring YouTube chat and monitoring Facebook. If you have any questions or if you want to talk to me there. So this is the image. This is the image from Bogdan, okay, and this is the image that we did on the one workshop ago, Flying Burger. It was super cool workshop. It was all these things flying, and actually, if you're curious how it was made, well, it was not really flying. It was suspended on the air on some wires or whatever. It was interesting threads here, and then most of the work, beside the photography, was the composing on this, okay? And Bogdan, what I can tell you, it's done really well. I like everything. The cool thing that it's quite dynamic. Everything, well, it looks like it's flying. Even this little sesame seeds, super cool. Let me see how it looks like on this different monitor, because for this one I see that, yeah, it's quite contrast, and the burger is quite kind of done, really super done. Well, it's okay if you like it this way, but you know, the classic way of shooting the meat, I'm talking about the meat for the burger, right, for that meat bun, is to have grill wires on it. So it's like a parallel and burn lines. This is something that it's almost like a standard. It's fine to shoot this way. Just keep in mind that this is not the the regular way of preparing the burger. Then your cheese. Are you sure it's not dry? For some reason, it looks dry to me. Because technically it's done well. From a photography standpoint, I don't think that there is anything that well, I would suggest to highlight differently, or lighting is super cool here. It's really super cool, well, it's only about styling, and styling is a subjective thing. Some people will like it one way, and other people will like it different way. But let me show you something here. The biggest area of question is the ketchup. This side, the left side, looks okay. The right side looks strange. I think you did something not really good with either warp tool or liquify or whatever you've been doing there. It doesn't look natural, at least this type of thing. Okay, this part looks okay, and I would suggest to have this onion to be this one, to be the circle. It will look I don't know, more refined, like super nice burger. Okay, the rest looks good. I don't think that that I need to add anything. Oh well, maybe a little strange feeling about your salad. It has so many holes. It's like almost like it's very tiny piece of salad. Usually we put a little bit more. But again, not a big deal, I think, here. It's hard to... I'm trying to be really picky. Okay? Thank you. Again, this is how you shoot everything. Yes, lighting is good. And actually, this looks, yeah, looks kind of better than on the picture, talking about salad. This is really has like lots of holes. Blue, I don't know why. Okay, let's jump to next one. Hello, Alex. Hello, Vitaly, Igor, Piotr. Here you go. Okay, now the submissions from Igor. This is, we have some jewelry and we have some nail polish. Again, this is all based on ProClub workshops. ProClub is membership program that we have on Photigy, and again, you can use code Friday Show, one word, to get 35% off only today if you buy any product or any subscription on Photigy. Okay, let's go. Let's open and let's see. Nice. It's really nice, yeah. Super cool. You know, guys, this is not a composite shot. This is all real. It was real, you know, the liquid. It was, well, exactly what you see. Very nice. Okay, a little adjustment here. So, what I would suggest you to do here better? I think it's hard to suggest anything. What do you think? Dear viewers, help me to critique it. Look at this. Is there anything that bothers you? You know, when I see a good photography, for me, it's hard to pick up, you know, things that I can point and say, hey, let's do it different. That's not good. Really. On one hand, it's a super good feeling to see such a beautiful work from our photographers. On the other hand, what I can tell. Okay, maybe one thing. This is I actually noticed almost instantly. I wasn't sure do I like it or not. This strange sort of like a reflection on the water, that gives me some sense that it should be some glass, you know, surface somewhere. If it's just a liquid, it shouldn't have this. You know what I'm talking about? It look unnatural with it all cool given, you know, of course it's not natural at all, you know, the whole thing. But these things that I would try to, well, I don't know where they come from and how. Some reflections, maybe this is what we see through, but I would try to shoot without them. Again, I'm trying to be really picky here, okay, really, really picky. So, other than that, beautiful shot. Yes. Igor. 5 баллов. Okay. And this is how it was done. So guys, you see it was the real surface of the glass with the liquid in it, and the pendant was touching it, and it was, well, I'll kind of go to ProClub and watch the workshop. It's super cool. I remember that. I love that workshop. Okay, now this is submerged sort of product with this cloud of paint. Again, one more workshop, and I think it's done really cool, really well. Igor, it's done well, and especially considering red color, and not easy to reproduce for the camera, and you know it's hard kind of to work with it. But I think it's done really well in your case. The only thing I think it's a little bit too much. Talking about the reflection, okay. This specular one is okay, even though it's super bright, kind of. I see that you really enhance it in Photoshop because it's hard to have that, you know, like burned reflection by, you know, natural light. It's okay, but this gradient, it's a little bit too bright. the whole side, you know, the whole left side, I think. Oh, I see the glass. Yes, yes, exactly, the green glass from the previous shot. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I was thinking too. It was a little bit, you know, not there. So this one is good. The lighting, I would dim it down, especially the left side. Again, it's your style, it's fine, but think this is the black background, red. It's not super bright color. There are no highlights, you know, on the cloud, and you have that's you know, overexposed, really overexposed gradient. Just dim it down. The rest is good. Love it. The way that you compose it, the way that, you know, the cloud look like. Cool, guys. Who's not in Pro Club? This is an ink. I think it's acrylic ink that we pour into the tank with liquid to create the cloud. And it's composite shot. We can do all inside, or we can do separate shots and do composite, but then we have the product placement inside. Okay. Then next shot, let's see. So Igor, this one was really good. Yeah, this is how it was done. If anyone was wondering, I'm sure it was multiple shots to get the whole thing done. But yes, you pour the ink, it kind of gets down with the cloud. Huge soft boxes you have. Wow. So you're not shooting only products, right? Because it's quite large for products. I found, you know, this little, do I have it here? No, I don't have it. Anyway, little strip boxes, the smallest one, worked the best. Okay, Igor, one more shot. Ooh, you're doing all these workshops, you're going through them. Nice, nice. Vitaly, okay. Will do. Yep, we'll jump on it. Thanks for sending. Oh, 120 millimeters, so meter and 20 centimeters, right? The softbox, large one. Okay, let's see. Whew. Super clean. You know, Igor, I love the way that you clean it. You you do that extra step in Photoshop to make it just, you know, precise. Very cool. Yeah. It's interesting. Here there is almost the similar gradient that we have, I mean, you made on this black on black, you know, black subject, the glossy black subject on a black background, but it looks completely fine. I mean, really. Probably it's smaller. Or maybe this powder is quite bright, but altogether looks really good. I don't know. Yeah. No. Great. You may rotate the whole thing, but again, why? I just thinking that, you know, we need to avoid vertical positioning, and you almost vertical, and when it's almost, it's not good. We either have it completely vertical, so it's like, oh, or if it's rotation, I would put it slightly more. You just can rotate the whole thing, just to make it, you know, a little bit more dynamic when you do this image. Just rotate it clockwise a little bit. Other than that, super cool. Super cool. And again, guys, this is the real shot. I mean, we do, yeah, I don't think it's composed. It just, maybe some parts of the powder, but basically this is what we did on the workshop. It's, well, we did it a long time ago. A super cool one. Okay, thank you, Igor. Thank you. Great submission. Now, Prashnat have this flying burger. Oh, this is a very, this is cool. Let's see. Okay, it's all good here. So, cool burger. It's a little bit too symmetrical for my taste. Of course, it's not symmetrical, but you know, some parts of it. The top is almost like a flying, like a butterfly or something. I mean, it's like or like a skirt. So a little bit unusual, you know, talking about the top salad and the bun. I wouldn't put salad that symmetrical. Okay, you know, somehow, even though it's super nice and cool piece of salad, still I wouldn't put it, you know, this way. Then let me again grab it here. I want to take a look at. Okay, yeah, here it's nice. A little bit dark there. So what else? Ketchup is nice, flying. A little bit too close to the bun, I mean to that meat or whatever is this. Or maybe it's vegetarian burger, I don't know. Chicken, whatever. I would separate them a little bit, but it's okay like this. Why I'm saying I would separate, because the top surface of the bun itself is a good thing to have. I mean, something that we feature for a reason, okay? Something that we like to show, because it looks cool, you know, with all these wires, you know, from the grill, all this stuff. You hide it with the ketchup. So that's up to you, but just saying. Technically, I think it's done really, really well. Technically, I love it. A little strange color of the onion. It's almost like a glowing, you know. I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, it's a little strange. It's not like it's reflective. It's almost like it's glowing by itself. And actually, the same with the tomato. I would add a little bit more specular highlights to onion and tomato, especially for the tomato, because it's glossy, right? It's wet, and how we show wet things, we make it shiny, glossy, like this beautiful highlights here, right? On the ketchup, it's glossy. So I would definitely have some glossy reflections, either here or there, probably. On similar places, since the shape of the ketchup and tomato is the similar, I would. Oh, second, guys. Sorry. Okay. So what else? Glossiness and the onion. Onion look really strange. Onion, I would do something, you know, something different with onion. Make it reflect more things. It will have a texture. It will have something. Otherwise, it's really strange. Okay. So good. Otherwise, pretty good work. Okay, guys, I need to step out for 1 second. It looks like somebody can get in and nobody can open it. It's a cool issue. Let's do this. Let's look at this image. I'll be back in a moment. This is from Vitaly. Is it the maximum that we can get? Vitaly, can you post a link to it? There is something that I think it's too small, you know, it's too small. Where is it? Because it's probably mobile, a link that you posted. And I don't know where it is. I couldn't find it. Crazy. Facebook as usual. So 1 second, guys. I'll be back. Okay, so Vitaly, I would love to talk about it. It looks good, probably a little bit too much on the bottom, but I couldn't find it large. We need to have it large, really. Let's do this. I'm driving. I know, it's such my name. Let's do this, guys. Let's do a little bit Q&A because it's almost half an hour, right? I don't want to just do silent talk to you. I want to dialogue. And then, if you'll have time, I'll jump back and talk about our Facebook submissions. Okay. Remember that to have it, you need to, to submit for the review. It should be Photigy review, right? Photigy review. I think this is the correct tag. And yeah, we don't have anything new. I think it's all. No, we have two submissions actually. This is sort of official submissions that we can talk about. Okay. But let's do Q&A. YouTube chat. Okay. Send me any question, anything that you may have. I can repeat that today, the last day when we have these courses on sale. Okay. 4 courses that we released this month. Last day to buy them with the discount. Plus, you can add 35% off on top of this discount if you're going to use Friday Show coupon. Friday Show, one word. Okay. And Monday, expect us to release this course, the post-production course for retouchers and photographers, where you will learn how to make composite image from pretty plain, I would say, sources. So something really simple, almost like you can shoot without any lighting, almost. And then something really spectacular at the end. 6 subjects, 6 lessons, or 7 hours of video. It was a very popular course on Photigy from Ilya Plotnikov, on the old one, and we brought it for you. For those who already bought it, of course you will have access to the new platform, not a problem, okay? While you're thinking, I can show you something. I'm working on a new course, e-commerce, the jewelry photography for e-commerce. I was thinking kind of a long time to get to that area, where I'll show you how to shoot jewelry just on a white background on very specific angles that usually used for e-commerce placement online. And it was the occasion when Piotr, one of our students, came up with this request, like, hey Alex, I have a client coming with lots of jewelry that I need to shoot on a white background, relatively fast, with relatively simple post-production. And do we have the course that kind of teaches this? And I kind of look, and we have all kind of things, but very few on a white background with very specific angles. Like you need to repeat this angle of all the pieces that you shoot. Let's say all the rings the same way and all the necks exactly the same way. And then I said, okay, I'll do it right now. And I started recording lessons in collaboration with Piotr. I was kind of showing him of what I'm doing here. I think it's actually. Do we have something? No. Okay, I will show you. And kind of, he was asking questions, and I was kind of adjusting, what I can show, what I need to do, and it was a super cool collaboration. I love it. And courses coming soon. It will be. Let me try to show you. It will be like this. So it will have shooting, then focus stacking. I kind of found the super easy way to do focus stacking. This is focus stacking in Photoshop. It's a cheap ring, don't look at this, but this is, you know, straight out of the camera. We didn't do anything to it. And it stuck really well. There are a few areas where I'm going to fight because you see there are some not perfect things, but again, this is one of the ways to do this. What is this? This is another one. It was all perfect, you know, in terms of focus stocking, almost perfect, right? And then it was this one. We discovered why it's not working sometimes. When you do focus stocking, sometimes it's really bad, like this, for example, where it's completely failed, the software to stock photos. But again, it's all the process, and you know, I found what we need to do to avoid this. Cool stuff. And it will be probably in 2 weeks, so somewhere mid-June. This is the course that we'll have for you. Okay. Let's see. We have some questions coming. Okay. What image are you? Okay. Cool. Thank you, Jamie. Besides asking Alex, we can understand how to put lights on each product. How we can understand how to put the lights on each product, distance or way, which front or which back. Okay, so this is an interesting question in terms of like where to start, right? We have a product. Let's say the product. By the way, cool thing. Got to play with in the studio. I'm gonna tell you something, and it's not a joke, really. I mean, right now I'm kind of jumping a little bit. This is Litro. How you call this? I forgot the brand name of the camera. I mean, not the brand. Litro, right? Litro. But the model name. We have about 50 cameras like this, and we're going to sell them for about $150 each. If you're interested in getting, no box, nothing. Some of them with battery, sometimes without battery. Ping me. We're gonna have a post about it. Anyway, coming back, we have a product. How are we going to highlight it? And let me tell you where to start. You know. My approach to anything. I look at the product, okay? First, I see what kind of surface it is. What I determine by looking at the surface, what I'm trying to figure out. What light modifier I need to use. Regardless of the shape, regardless of anything. Let me tell you rule number 1. If this is a matte surface, most of the subject matte surface, like here, it's actually semi-matte, it's like an eggshell or something. Sometimes it's really matte, like for example this hood, okay, or like this back of the case for the phone, okay, it's matte. This is glossy, right? This is glossy, you can see reflections. Matte, you don't see anything except just light or not light. So if it's matte, for me, it tells me that I need to use relatively small light sources. I don't need to have huge diffusers or large softboxes. I don't need to have them because the texture or that matte finish, actually it's some texture, will look good with relatively sharp light. And I can create sharp light with smaller light sources. And then I can work on the angle, right? Angle can be different, can be sharp, or angle can be straight. But it's a different story. So first I examine subject. If you have many glossy parts on it, it immediately tells me that I need to have a large diffuser or a large softbox, better diffuser and softbox, to have it photographed correctly. Okay, this is first. Then I look at the shape and trying to figure out where to put lights. And this is an easy task because there are like sort of it's not like like a schema, like you shoot people, right? You put one light here, one light there, one light behind. Like for example, 3 lights, right? Hair light, and then main light, and then some other light, like field light. Same as products actually. the same. You put one somewhere on the side, more like in the front, let's say 45 degree. You can put one on the side, and you can put one behind for the hair light. And actually one more for the background if you want to have some spot. This is the schema that you can start on for any type of products, for any type of subjects, whatever. And then you need to find out, where to move them, where to do. But this is what we teach at school. You kind of start thinking about, well, you always think in terms of law of reflection. The angle of light that hits the subject, angle it reflects, what you need to do to get correct shape of the subject. For example, if it's flat, you need to have one lighting. If it's curved, if it's spherical, you need to somehow show it with your lighting, because we shoot 2D, right? On the screen it's 2D, but we shoot 3D subject. So it's a shadow and light, what creates the volume, right? I always kind of showing how we create volume if you search how to draw sphere, right? Something like this. How you draw it. You create a circle, which is 2D, right? And then, 1 second, we'll show you what, what I'm doing. So you create a circle, it's flat, 1 second. Right? And to make it 3D, you need to add light and shadow. It immediately becomes the sphere. This is the same thing with the product. If you put flat light, it will be something flat, you won't see the shape. Especially if it's new shape for your mind, you won't really guess shape. If you've seen it already, you kind of will guess it, and but still, you need to create it. Exactly the same thing here. Okay. Check out who it was. Besides, we have the free course where I really kind of talk about this. It's school/start. So photigy.com/start or photigy.com/school/start. You'll go there, you'll sign up, it's completely free. We just need to, well, you need to sign up to create a free account for you, and you'll be there. There are several lessons where I kind of talk about the same thing, and it will definitely help you to, to understand all of this. Okay. Let's see, Vitaly Zorkin, let me... I'll jump after this one, since Bogdan submitted it with a proper tag, which is really important, and it's good. So, Bogdan, technically it's done well. It slightly bothers me, this little reflection on the left, on top, on the neck, okay? It's slightly too much. Oh, come on. How I can create nice pointer, okay? It's slightly too much, but in general, it looks good. Little gradient there, some highlight on other side. This gray reflection, it's not really super cool, but okay, but it's okay. But I try to kind of avoid it. I'm not sure what the reflection it is, but it's kind of gray. It looks strange. Okay. The flower and this flower. I'm not sure about this one. What do you think, guys? Maybe without it, it will be enough, or maybe if you put it somewhere here. But probably without it. I don't know. And the biggest question, why this flower? What, is it somehow related to the product? If it is, then it's fine. If it has nothing to do with it, you just love the color, We always need to think, especially when we shoot for portfolio of product photographer, commercial product photographer. You really need to think through the eyes of your potential client, because this is the professional portfolio is for, right? And professional clients meaning that they know what they are looking for, like agencies, people who work with product photographers. They know that if it's a product, then it's usually some sort of like a story. If it's not a catalog shot, if it's product with some creative stuff around, some props, it's a story. And usually it's a story about the product, of course. It may be about ingredients of the product, or it may be about the mood that the consumer will get when you use this product. Sometimes it's like bottle of champagne, and then next to it, women underwear, whatever. It's like whole story. Oh man, boom, romantic evening and blah, blah, blah. Immediately kind of fires in our brain. Even though it's hard to kind of connect underwear and champagne, what we kind of get in it, right? Here, I'm not getting it, It's not a flower that we use with this bottle together, if you kind of in a romantic relationship. So think about it, okay? What the story you're trying to tell? I don't see story here. And compositionally, I'm not sure about this flower. Okay? What is going on here? Okay, so far we are good. Now let's try to search Vitaly's shot. Facebook is super bad at okay, here we go. Let's search. Okay, Vitaly. So, interesting. Actually, pretty cool shot. Especially, I love the glass and what's going on inside the glass. The reflection. It's really cool. But what is going on under the glass? I feel something strange. I mean, it's so not aligned with this smooth shape and smooth reflection, lighting and everything. And even the waves that we have inside the glass, the bottom is really distracting. It's like, have you seen Aliens movie? When everything is fine, and then, like something is coming up, and the whole picture of, having fine and nice, the spaceship is kind of gets ruined. This is something like an alien here. It's like, what is going on there? You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to see some nice, the waves, like soft and nice, and, something that will complement this. How I can make this thing quiet? Anyone knows? Okay. Something that will complement the image. This is what I think need to be done. But don't get me wrong. Technically, it's a beautiful image. You did a great job. It's just this composition with this particular spot underneath it, on the liquid. Okay, magic. Yes, it's a magic. It's definitely magic, but it's disturbing magic. It's like, if it was your intention, then it's fine. Maybe then smoke. You remember that we had that shot with the like a whiskey on rocks and smoke coming out of it. It's very dramatic shot, and lots of people get crazy saying, why it's like ice and smoke is coming. Yeah, it can be like this, or steam or smoke, But it was lots of attention to that image, which was exactly the reason that I made it this way. Maybe you need to add something that will kind of finish the story. I don't know. But this is the first impression that I got. I just told you. Of course, this is subjective. But again, we work as advertising product photographers. So we need to think about like audience, of the product, you know, how they will perceive the image and all this stuff. Usually it's done by the client, but if it's an agency, they will tell you how to shoot. They think they put lots of efforts into building that, you know, vision of how it should look like, and you just need to implement it. But here you are your own advertising agency, so you need to kind of think it, okay, because it's for your portfolio. And again, when people will see it, for those who knows, it will tell them that you probably did it for yourself, just self-assignment, which is great, nothing wrong with it. But more images that will definitely look like it's real assignment, a real commercial work. It was real commercial work. More chances that you'll be hired, right? Because it will just tell the visitor like, oh, this guy is not just a talented photographer, but also has experience working on real commercial projects, right? But again, if it's your vision, do it like this. Maybe you will be the photographer who will be distracting with your shots, you know, distracting viewers, and it will be your thing, and it will be cool. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? By the way, I'm thinking about this litro camera. I never seen any product shot done with it. Maybe I'll be a lucky one who will be able to get that shot, you know. I don't know how close I can shoot with that lens, what the magnification ratio. It's 30 to 155 millimeters. Ooh, that's a lot. f2.0. Nice lens, I guess. Again, we're going to sell these cameras for $150 or maybe $200 to anyone who wants. So let me know. We have many of them. Somehow. Let's see. Releases. What releases? Releases. I was talking about releases, right? The new releases that come in, the post-production course from Ilya Plotnikov this Monday. The sale that is we have for 4 courses that we released on May ends today, and with code Friday Show you will have 35% off on top of the discount, which is always good, right? And okay, one more photo. I actually can see somebody already used it, the code. It was fast. Okay, let's see, one more on the forum. Let me jump there. This one, yes, thank you. Was it from you? Yes. Thank you, Igor. Almost missed it. Okay, you know, let's do this. I want to jump to Pro Club workshops, okay? Not here, workshops. And it was a workshop, right? It was a workshop from Ilya Plotnikov, I think. What the name? Because I want to see how it was done. It was quite old workshop. This one, right? Well, yeah, workshop is this. The image is slightly different, but it was the image from Ilya and Max Plotnikov. Okay, so what we used here, we used some brushes. As far as I remember, right? It was brushes or real smoke? Well, I don't remember. And why I'm asking? The very first thing that I noticed, it's a very big indicator when I look at the image, and the very first thing that I start seeing in it is something that catches my attention subconsciously, and since I'm just a regular guy, most of the people will do the same, will have the same thing. that bean, you know, that smoky bean or steamy bean, coffee bean that is kind of flying, it's so much bright. I mean, it's super bright. It's like, it's not like a ghost. It's like, I don't know, it's too much. I would reduce opacity, you know, by like 50 more % of it. Really, just opacity in Photoshop for that layer. Make it be like a smoke, like a steam. This is not a steam. It's like, it's too much. It's almost like, you know, some, I don't know, baseball ball flying. I mean, it's real. I mean, I want to touch it. It's like, you know, it's something that not made out of smoke. If it's your intention, again, that's fine. Vasim, do you think? I'll check, okay? Maybe. Let's see. What else? The coffee can, or whatever you call it. Is it okay? Well, maybe. Not a big deal. I would clean it, but again, maybe not. Or maybe I would make it more like this. Ideally, you know, like something that is semi-transparent, some highlight instead. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Then I would fix in Photoshop, since this is like a heavy processed image, right? I will fix these little things that we have on the reflection. Just make it, you know, seamless. So just, you know, like clean a little bit this jar. The cup looks good to me. It's okay. The form and everything looks really nice. Looks really nice. So yeah, really, Igor, this is just opacity down, and I think it will be way better. It shouldn't take that much attention. Plus, you may think about coloring it slightly, maybe slight, you know, warmish color, slightly like coffee-like, a little bit, not much. Don't make it like white, like a snow white. It's a coffee evaporating, and most likely the steam shouldn't have any coffee in it. This is the idea of evaporation, coffee leaves. But anyway, visually I think it will be better. Okay? Nice, like it. Oh, so even the top, the form was from internet. It's nice. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Igor. And do we have anything that I missed? Let me see. Vasim, if you think that we're missing something, tell me where. Really, because I don't think we missed. Martin, did we miss anything? No? Okay. Anyway, if I miss something, I can always add the review in private mode for you. So no worry. Alrighty, we have 1 hour running the show. Thank you, my friends. Oh, okay, 1 second. I have more questions. Alex, have you ever used fiber optics for product photography? No, I didn't use fiber optics. I know I talked to one of our photographers. I forgot his name. He was using some cool fiber optics for jewelry, and this is cool. You know, for jewelry, when you can have this little kind of gooseneck type of thing to highlight from some strange side, either from bottom, for example, the gemstones, let's say, on something sometimes it's really cool. But I don't think it's really needed. I know many photographers that doesn't have that fiber optics, for example, jewelry photographers, and they have no problem. So it's like this. Orca is asking, photo release window of time client can use photo. Well, it's an interesting question. It's a long question. It's about licensing. The time window of how long client can use photo, it's about the license. What license do you sell? Well, do you sell your client? Because in professional photography, we do not sell images, right? We don't do like, here's your image and that's it. No, it's like old stuff when you sell the real pictures printed. Print is, yes, it's your own, it's a tangible. But with the digital stuff, we sell license to use. And for example, when I actively was working as a commercial photographer, I was selling like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and let's say unlimited in terms of the time. Understand this, the job is the same. The amount of work that they're going to put into taking pictures is exactly the same. But the price for 1 year, for 2, for 3, for 5, for infinite, for unlimited, it's quite different. And using this, it's easy to negotiate price with the client sometimes. It's a super cool thing that they say, okay, we have this budget, we need to shoot this. I'm saying, hey, I have this price, I can shoot not that much, but maybe a fewer items for your money, for your budget, or I can shoot everything, but for 1 year only for you. And sometimes it was the case when a client said, okay, 1 year, do we need for more? No, we don't need for more, it's okay. So I took relatively small amount of compensation for the job. We did it, we signed everything, all was good. And year passed really fast. And then I got email saying, hey Alex, we need it for brochure for this year as well. We're not going to hire a photographer, so we're going to reuse all the images. And I said, not a problem, but you need to buy a license. For 1 more year, or maybe you want to buy for infinite, for unlimited, I give you a good discount for this. And they bought it. So without me doing anything. This is a cool thing about licensing. It's a huge topic. And again, we're going to discuss it with Eric Gordon. Interview that it will be announced the time. It will be in a week or so. That we'll do online with the commercial photographer with a huge experience working with big clients like warehouses, like I know Costco type of clients when you shoot tons of products for them, and it's all about license, many things going on there. I'm going to ask everything to Eric. Okay. So we have one more, that what you're saying? Morten, you have one more on the, oh, this one, Photigy review. Yeah, Facebook is crazy about yes, I found it, Wasim. Okay, guys, so it's almost done. The talk is almost over. I don't think we have any more questions. Thank you. Oh, hug. Okay, and it will be the last critique, and I say goodbye, okay? So, Wasim. Whoa! Nice. Man, this is cool. I love it. No, really. It's very such a plain subject, but the way that you shoot it, the way that you know the colors and everything, and considering it's white, wow! I love it, man. No, really, it's a super job. Considering that it was done like this, just on the kitchen, man. And this is what I'm talking about. This is our photographer, Wasim. Super cool, yes. And guys, this is why you need to know Photoshop, and that upcoming course, the post-production course that is coming Monday, will really help you to do pictures like this when you shoot it a relatively simple way and do the rest in Photoshop. This is a great thing, especially for, you know, some moody and complex images that, well, if you look at the, you know, let's say Losers Archive magazine, right? Look at the best advertising photography images. Tons of Photoshop. It's like, you know, there is the whole thing, whole world created the image. So, Wasim, pretty cool. Great. I don't know what to tell you. I can always like start pointing, you know, oh, it should be somewhere smooth or whatever, but it's all, no. It's all good. Love it. Okay. Well, questions about licensing kind of coming back, right? How do I make a license that is a match up from the government I can get? Ooh, something that I have no idea what you're talking about. Government. Here in the US, I don't think you can get anything from government in terms of money if you're working. If you're not working, you can get some money for food, right? But it's always other way. Money goes from you to government, whatever you do, if you receive it from somewhere else. So I don't think government will, unless you work for government, shoot something for them, and yeah, they can buy a license. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's your price. It's your way of doing business. Government, not government, doesn't matter. Okay. Yes, you write it yourself. Yeah, it's your it's in your invoice. It's in your estimate. When, well, we have this. It's a big topic, really. It's covered on one of the courses. It's covered on the program, the complete guide of in product photography. We cover it. And on ProCloud, we have downloads with the real invoices that, for example, we are using in our business to bill clients. And on estimates, there are different type of license. Clients choose which one they want, or you can ask actually what kind of license do you need, so I will make an estimate for that particular license for you. It's hard to work with small businesses doing this licensing stuff. They have no idea what you're talking about. Usually like, what? I just need pictures, what you're talking about. And yeah, in this case, I kind of do license with unlimited usage for them. Meaning that, yes, it's a license, it's still restrictions. They, for example, they cannot sell images and, you know, stuff like this, but it's unlimited use. And I explain them that it's yours, basically. Okay. For that budget, for whatever we agreed, it's yours. But for me, it's unlimited usage. Okay. Okie dokie. Guys, thank you so much. It was a great time talking to you. Next time I'll see you like this on actually let's move it. Last Friday, somehow it's too hectic day. Let's move it to last Thursday of each month, okay? Last Thursday is the best way to meet you, for me, and hopefully for you. It's one more day, you're not too relaxed, but you're already almost in the mood of meeting Friday, so it will be good, we'll have a good talk. Okay? Alrighty. Thank you so much. See you next time. Thank you for joining this live show. Wish you to have great weekend. Spend it with your friends, with your family, with somebody who has value in your life. Think about them. It's really important that we think about people who we are together with. And, well, long story short, have a good weekend. Okay, see you in 1 month. Goodbye.